Hey, Morning Star. I was reading today in the Gospel of Matthew, chapter 11. And John the Baptist is in prison, sends several of his disciples to Jesus asking him, "Are you the one, or are we to wait for another?" Which is John's way of asking, "Jesus, are you really the Messiah? There was a time when I was sure you were, like that time I baptized you in the Jordan River, and I could swear I heard this voice from heaven saying, 'This is my son with whom I'm well pleased. Listen to him.'" That was a good God, wasn't it? But John's saying, there was a time, but now if I'm honest, I'm sitting here in prison and things aren't looking so good for me, and I'm beginning to have some doubts. So Jesus replies to John's disciples, tells them, "Go back and report to John what you hear and see. The blind receive sight, the lame walk, those who have leprosy are cleansed, the deaf hear, the dead are raised, and good news is proclaimed to the poor. Blessed is anyone who does not stumble on account of me." Jesus is quoting Old Testament prophetic scriptures, which foretold of the coming Messiah, the things that the Messiah would do. But this wasn't just hypothetical evidence of something that would happen someday. It was what John's disciples personally witnessed being fulfilled in Jesus. People were really being healed. Blind people saw, deaf people heard, lame people walked, lepers were cleansed, dead people were raised, and good news was proclaimed to the poor. Jesus never asked to be judged based on hypothetical evidence. He never asked would-be followers to just blindly trust. Instead, Jesus invites us to experience his power and grace firsthand. He says to disciples, "Come, follow me," and the fruit of his ministry testifies to who he is. Ultimately, people made up their minds, and still today, make up their minds about Jesus, not just on what he said or who he said he was, but because of what he did and what he does today. And what's more, because what he did was consistent with what he said. There was congruity there, integrity. And friends, the same is true for us. We are known less by our words and more by our deeds. This is our real identity. Who we are is evidenced by the way we live our lives, by the fruit we bear. Apple trees produce apples. Pecan trees produce pecans. Good trees produce good fruit, and likewise, unhealthy trees produce unhealthy fruit. As Christians, Jesus said that we should be known to others by the love we have for one another. So let me ask you, what is your real identity? How are you known? Is it by your love or by your lust? By your generosity or by your greed? For your words of encouragement or your words of criticism? Friends, it honestly doesn't matter what your college degree is in. It matters very little what letters are written on your diploma or the title on your business card. You can graduate from medical school, but listen, doctors heal and help sick people get better. You can be employed as an educator, but teachers help others learn. Likewise, you can call yourself a Christian, but followers of Jesus Christ share his good news with others, invest their lives in others, and make more disciples who in turn make more disciples. I heard one person say it this way: "My fruit grows on other people's trees." So today the challenge is to stop and ask yourself, what kind of fruit am I producing? Am I producing one kind of fruit at work and maybe another kind at home? Am I producing fruit solely for my own benefit or for others and ultimately God? You see, Jesus called that kind of fruit, the disciple-making fruit, fruit that will last forever in the kingdom of heaven. Friends, we are known by the fruit we produce. As James said in the New Testament, faith without works is dead. And so regardless of what we say we believe, other people will know we are Christians by our love. Yes, they will know we are Christians by our love, as that old song goes. Does your family know? Your neighbors? The kids on your soccer team? Your coworkers? Do they know you are a follower of Jesus Christ? Morning Star, love others. Love others, and you will definitely be the church this week. This is your real identity. Be the church. love one another. And I'll see you in worship this weekend. God bless you.